What is up, everyone? Welcome back to our channel. We are sat down at a table and this is a job interview. Hello.
You are up for the job. No.
Yeah, we haven't sat down for ages and just done a Q&A, answered questions. So we put a Q&A box on Instagram and we're going to go through some of the questions. By the way, it's super gloomy outside today, so we've had to whip the ring light out. So apologies
for the
lighting.
That's going to be... Do you know that's one thing about doing this job is...
You rely on lighting.
You rely on lighting so much, and if the lighting's rubbish, it's really hard to make it good. Okay, questions. I will give you £10 if you can guess what the most asked question was.
How big is Fab's?
No!
Shoes, I was going to say. Shoes. I think I know what the most asked question is.
Go on then.
Asked question. When are you having another baby?
Yeah.
Because it always is.
It's like...
which I get.
When will you start trying for another baby? When will you have another baby?
Yeah.
Etc, etc.
We are a little bit conflicted on this. Now, we would love to have more children. However, not right now. Should we just answer together, or I answer then you answer?
Yeah, no.
The boys at the moment demand our time a lot, and I don't want to throw another one into the mix. Even though it would be 9 months ahead, I just kind of want to let them get to at least 3 or 4, fully focus on them, and then throw another one in the mix if we're lucky enough. How do you feel?
I'm the same. I keep going in and out of how I feel, because sometimes I'm oh, another baby, and then reality hits of how chaotic our house actually is right now.
Yeah.
And I know what you say 9 months down the line, but it's funny because all of the people who I was pregnant at the same time with the boys who have had singletons are now pregnant again, and I think that's why we get this question so much. It's because that's the normal age gap, isn't it? 2, 3.
Yeah.
But I think it's different when you've got twins because one, they've already got a sibling, so it's not like you have that feeling of they're lonely, and two, it's a lot. I know some people are it's not much different having twins than it is a singleton, but yes, it is. It seriously is. It's a lot different. Everything is so much more time consuming, so much more loud. We simply do not have time for a newborn. We simply don't. We're already split as it is. You've got one, I've got the other one.
Yeah.
If we had another one right now, it'd just be too much. So yeah, not.
And we might not even be able to. For those of you that have followed us, we did struggle with fertility, me specifically. So the next step for us, and we've spoken about this, is getting a fertility test to assess the situation. Because if I'm still have those issues, which is probably highly likely, then we should probably start trying again soon, because it took us almost 2 years or over 2 years last time around that. So if that's the case, we need to start now. We
need to assess the situation really. Ideally, we would like to wait until the boys, I think, have gone to school or are going to school.
Yeah, that's a dream scenario.
Because then we've got so much time essentially to have a newborn and enjoy it as well. If there's anybody here who's got twins and has gone on to have another one, what age gap did you have? And would you recommend that age gap, or would you go for shorter time or longer time?
Yeah.
So next one, going off twins. Have either of you got twins in your family?
No.
No, neither of us have got twins in our family. It was a complete fluke that my egg split. And if you didn't know, identical twins are not genetic, and non-identical twins are genetic. So when you say twins run in my family, if twins run in your family, you will have non-identical twins, unless the egg splits. The egg splitting is not genetic. It can literally happen to anybody, which I wish I knew before we got pregnant, because when we were told we have twins, we were like, wait, you have twins in your family? No, do you have twins in your family?
But how
very
special
confused.
Is that? The fact that we didn't think we'd be able to have any children, and then we had 2 in 1.
It was literally a miracle.
The universe telling us that we were meant to have them. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Why do you dress the boys exactly the same?
I actually don't. If I've got the boys on my own, I'll just dress them in whatever.
Fab dresses them in whatever he finds in the drawer that's on the top.
Yeah. But our view on it is, number 1, it's just easier to dress them the same. And number 2, it's cute. And number 3, they're not old enough to care yet. When they're old enough to be Mum, I want to wear that top or that top, which I feel like probably soon they will be.
And I think another thing as well is like we celebrate their differences in so many other ways, like, don't we? Like we buy them toys that they each love. We celebrate like their birthday, for example. We've spoken on here. They're having different themes for their birthday party. There's so many other ways that you can celebrate twins' differences other than clothing. I love them matching. Like I would have loved, my sister's not like me at all. Like she's so non-girly and I'm very girly, but I would have loved to have grown up having like matching outfits with my sister. I just think it's like a cute, I don't know. Nice. And like looking back at pictures and stuff, it's very cute. But like we said, when they're older and they say, I don't want to wear that and I don't want to wear that, that's fine.
This has been asked quite a lot. Are you still thinking of moving? I think your house is perfect. And
then there's a lot about, are you still moving to a new build?
Yeah. The conclusion that we came to at the time was we explored it. Basically, the fees were going to cost a lot of money, which is the reason why we didn't do it. So we decided to like put some time and money into this house and then revisit it in the future, because this house is amazing and I love this house and I'll be very sad to leave it. However, like our long-term dream is to live by the sea and just live somewhere that there's a bit more going on for the boys, because that's what we struggle with where we live. Like it's amazing, we both grew up here, but there aren't many opportunities for young kids.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about in terms of moving house, where we want to locate to, if we want to stay here, or like I think if we move, we would definitely get a new build, wouldn't we? We have now lived in a new build and lived in an older house.
Yeah.
And which one have we had more problems with?
Yeah, this house.
Yeah, by far, by far. There have been so many more issues we've had, but just because this house is older, not because it's a bad house or it's built badly, it's just because it's older.
All of them, like.
But yeah, with the new build, if you didn't know this, you get a warranty. Like you get a 10-year warranty. So if anything goes wrong in your house, it gets fixed. Yeah. And it gets fixed pretty quickly. Whereas if you buy an older house, if something goes wrong, that's yours, and you've got to fix it.
I think we had a very positive experience with the whole new build thing, so like we can only see that. Whereas there's probably some of you that have had a negative experience, and I think it is just based on that. Like, I think it all balances itself out with new builds and old builds. Yeah,
I think it's just what you prefer. Would you guys ever get any pets?
Yeah, I would love a pet. Like a snake or something.
Something that doesn't drop hair everywhere.
I'm joking. I would not get a snake. If you've got a snake, just unsubscribe from me. No, I'm joking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, definitely want a dog. I don't know. I am growing to cats because there's like cats in the area and the boys love cats.
And cats are really low maintenance.
You're such a cat person. You can just tell that by your personality. Do you know what I mean?
I'm scared of dogs. That's the. How do you deal with nasty and hateful comments? We delete and block.
Yeah. We've always done that. If someone leaves like a comment that isn't constructive, isn't nice, just delete it and block it. You wouldn't put up with, this is now like our job, or part of our job.
Yeah.
If we were working like physically somewhere and someone was nasty to you, you wouldn't bother with that person. You wouldn't want to talk to them. You just say, all right, whatever.
Well, no, if you went into a pub and started abusing the barman, you'd get barred from that bar.
Out. Yeah. That's true. That's so true.
So if you're going to come in and start abusing us, out. See you later.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between leaving constructive criticism on somebody's page, or like having a different opinion to us. That is completely different. We're not going to block you for that. But if you're coming at us like a mum shaming or dad shaming or calling us names or accusing us of stuff, like, see you later. Like, you wouldn't tolerate it anywhere else. So why would we tolerate it online?
It's funny though, because like usually the people who will leave a nasty comment, like when you click on it and go to block them, you'll see that they've commented on like 5 other videos. And someone the other day, weren't they like unsubscribing, not watching a video again?
Yeah, and then commented.
Like the video after, they were like the first comment.
Yeah, they were like one of the first people to comment, and it was like, this video is so boring. It's like, well, one, you said you were going to unsubscribe on our last video, and then now you're commenting saying that this video is really boring. So not only have you come onto another video, but you've also watched it. doesn't make
that just
sense.
says it all about like the type of person that leaves nasty comments is not a type. I wouldn't want you watching the videos anyway.
No.
Just go and watch
someone else who you like. It's such a waste of your energy.
It is. I never understand it. Do the boys still go to nursery? No, they don't. They go to my mum's house on a Thursday and a Friday. Most weeks they've been ill a lot recently, so they haven't actually gone.
Yeah.
But they are going back to nursery soon.
They're going back to nursery in February, and we didn't take them out of nursery for like any specific reason, because you know how we feel about nursery. It has so many positives, minus the bugs.
Yeah.
For children, it was just the fact of I had stopped teaching.
Yeah.
So we didn't need them to be in nursery, and we took them out of nursery before the funding came in, because we were just spending so much money that we didn't need to spend on nursery anymore.
Yeah.
It was just like everything just slotted into place.
There's a couple on here: tips for starting a YouTube channel, tips for smaller YouTubers. So I'll just be really brief because not everyone's interested in this. Main piece of advice is just put content out there and stop overthinking it. Figure out what type of content you want to make. Like, what do you like watching? Is that the type of video you want to make? Experiment with it, but just put videos out. Don't let equipment get in your way. Use what you've got. Just start and figure it out, and also look at channels that you like watching and like you aspire to be like, and figure out your own ideas off of that. By the way, I am going to launch coaching very soon, probably next year, but coaching on social media, YouTube, how to work with brands, how to make money online. I've got it all in the works. What country do you live in? I can't tell if you're in England or Wales. We're in England,
but he's half Welsh.
I'm half Welsh, and my family are Welsh. So that whenever you see them, you're probably like, are they in the valleys?
Yeah.
Where
we live though is literally so close to Wales.
We're right next to Wales.
I can see why.
What are your tips on staying consistent with exercise / running with a busy life? If you're single, obviously this doesn't apply, but if you've got a partner, make sure that they're on board and explain that it's important for you to have that time if you've got kids or whatever.
Do you know what I think? I think just get it into your routine.
Yeah.
Like force it. If you genuinely want to get fitter and healthier, force it into your routine. So, because it's only hard for a routine for a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
And then by that time it's like, oh, okay, like you just naturally do it. Like you naturally be like, oh, like after work I'm going to the gym, or I'm going to go for a run. And don't overdo it when you first start.
Yeah.
Because that's why I feel like some people give up, because it's like you go really hard when you first start. You end up in pain because your muscles are like, what?
Yeah. Or you restrict yourself on food massively or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And it's just not sustainable.
Yeah. So just make it part of your routine. Don't go too hard too soon. It's better to start off small, I think, and crave to want to do more.
For sure.
Rather than going too hard and then being like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. There's a quote that's, I'd rather be consistently good than occasionally perfect.
Yeah.
And I think like I try and apply that to everything. If you're a perfectionist and you only do things when it's going to be perfect, then you're never going to progress. Whereas if you're consistently showing up and like, you know, you might not be doing amazing things, but you're consistently doing it, you're going to get a lot further.
There's a lot about like me getting back into teaching. It's actually something I've been thinking about a lot recently, because I am missing that mental stimulation of having, this is going to sound absolutely wild to some people, but I'm missing the mental stimulation of like going to work. Like I'm such a stickler for routine, aren't I?
Yeah.
Like I love routine. And when you're at home a lot and you work from home, the routine is so up and down, especially with work, isn't it? Like some days we are so busy and some days we're not.
Yeah.
Whereas like with teaching, you know what you're getting each day, minus like a few little things, but you know what you're getting each day. And I've actually been like talking to you, and it's literally just a fresh thing, but I don't know if I want to get into like personal training, and because it's still the element of teaching essentially, but it's then combined with my passion for fitness.
Yeah.
And then I would like to maybe do like postpartum like PT.
Yeah.
But that is a very new idea and a very, I don't know, it's not been thought about a lot. But yeah, I do think I want to do something for me. I think I want to do this as well.
Yeah.
But I would think I want to do something for me,
Yeah.
like you do
Filming.
your filming.
Yeah.
I think I want to do something for me.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I think go for it and try it. Toughest age and easiest age of the boys growing up so far. Toughest age, probably now, I would
Would you say?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I don't know, tough. No, newborn. Newborn, because we didn't realise that they had the cow's milk thing.
I think we had a bit of a rough journey with it all, to be honest, with the newborn phase. I feel like we didn't really have the newborn phase that a lot of other people might have because of the allergies, because of the reflux, because of the fact that I had quite a traumatic birth.
Yeah, it wasn't plain sailing, was it, at all?
No, there was quite a lot of like this, and obviously combined with the lack of sleep.
Yeah.
And the trying to navigate having 2 newborn babies, then you going back to work. It was a lot, wasn't it? I think that was a lot harder, and of course they can't communicate.
Thinking about it, the newborn was way harder. Like, it's hard now, but they can talk, they can do their own thing, they can occupy themselves for a bit.
And you can navigate it.
Yeah.
Like, you can be like, because they can tell you what's wrong.
Yeah.
So you can then be like, you could try and fix it. Don't get me wrong, doesn't always work. But there's ways around like the screaming, whereas when they were newborn, it was just constant screaming because you didn't know what was wrong until we realised what it was. But yeah, I do think this age, although it comes with its tricky. I feel a lot less anxious at the age that they are now than I did when they were first born.
Yeah, same. Well, do you know what the toughest was? Is when they started rolling over.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because in their cot they would roll over
and then be stuck on their front. No one tells you about that, by the way. When your baby starts rolling, like, I feel like nobody prepared us for that, because it's not, they can roll like from their back to their front, but from going from their front to their back. Yeah,
that was tough.
And they play with each other now.
Yeah,
they keep each other really entertained.
Nice. Okay, we are going to leave that video there. Otherwise, we will waffle on for absolutely ages. But let us know if you've made it to the end, like what you would want to see on the channel. Like, are you enjoying the vlogs? Do you like
Vlogmas is coming.
Vlogmas, yeah. Do you want us to do that? Like, I feel like we're gonna, but.
If you have any ideas for Vlogmas, like stuff that you maybe haven't seen people doing before, or things that you have seen that people doing before and that you'd want us to do, leave it in the comments below, because I really want to make this Vlogmas a good one. I think it's going to be a good one anyway because of the boys.
Yeah,
like, they are such a good age.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything specifically you want to see in Vlogmas this year? And then leading up to that, we've got the boy's birthday.
Yeah, we have got a lot coming up. Ellen's going to do that DIY.
Oh yeah, I'm going to do the bedroom. I've got all my links to order everything.
So that's going to be a good video. But a lot of people actually said they wanted to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you want to see. Hopefully you've made it to the end and we haven't bored you to death. I feel like we're so boring, but
I just feel like, because we hear our voices all the time.
It's actually hard, like just filming consistently and not finding yourself boring. Yeah. I edit these back, I'm like, how's anyone watching this? But if you have enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe down below, and we will see you next week.
Bye.